You know that feeling when the sun is blazing and it's finally warm outside and everyone around you is talking about going to the beach or going to the splash pad, but your kid is curled up in a ball in a dark room feeling miserable? When your child has a concussion, sunshine can feel like the enemy. And that's not just hard on them, it's hard on you too. So today I'm sharing some cool, calm, low stimulation tips to help your child cope with the heat and the sun, and to help you find some joy and a little bit of peace too. Hi there, my name is Larissa and this is the Concussion Crew, a place where we talk about ways to make life a little bit easier and a little bit more enjoyable. And I talk about this from a brain injury recovery perspective, trying to help other people, especially those with brain injuries, make life a little bit easier. And today's episode is helpful for the caregivers too. These are just some tips and tricks I've picked up over the last 5 years healing from my brain injury. So if your child has a concussion, I'm glad you're here. You're not alone, and let's dive into it. After a concussion, a lot of people experience photophobia. That is extreme sensitivity to light. Bright sun, reflective surfaces, even screen glare can trigger headaches and migraines and nausea. There are so many days when the light is so bright and my eyes are in so much pain that I can't pay attention to what else is going on around me. And it's not about being dramatic. It's about your child's nervous system being completely overwhelmed. The sun is so bright that I can't hear what's going on around me. My eyes hurt so much that I can't think clearly. So what's helped me? Sunglasses on sunglasses. Seriously, sunglasses are important. I wear them indoors sometimes when my eyes are bad, when my head is hurting. I will wear them when I go to the grocery store. I will wear them around the house. If I have a doctor's appointment and I need to go outside and the sun's really bothering me, I will wear my sunglasses, and then I have a pair of those big glasses that go over your sunglasses, typically used for after eye surgery, and I will use those too. I have clip-on sunglasses, so I can actually clip those guys onto another pair of sunglasses just to make things a little easier. Obviously, hats and UV umbrellas, but scheduling matters too. So rather than trying to get out to the park with friends at the warmest time of day, going out in the early morning or in the evening when the light is softer is really helpful. Because when the splash pad is full of kids, when there are other things happening, your child is not just going to be contending with the sun, but noises and visual distractions and a ton of other things that are going to stimulate their nervous system more. If you're thinking, oh, it's fine, it's a little bit of sun, I encourage you to take it seriously. When my eyes hurt, I put in my earplugs because input is input. Your brain is dealing with a lot. So if the sun hurts and you've got on 2 pairs of sunglasses, maybe pop in a set of earplugs. I love that Loop has kids earplugs. They are awesome. I use them myself. I also use Huggies Alpine earplugs. I'm going to link to both of those below. This video is not sponsored. I just love these earplugs. The Huggies and the kids loops are smaller. I find that I've got dainty ear canals, so they don't build pressure. They are not sore at the end of the day. So make sure that you're getting kid ear size earplugs if you're using earplugs. Having a place indoors where they can cool their system and calm their system can be really helpful. You can build a little cool down cave, which is just going to be a room with dimmable lighting, with some soft pillows, maybe blackout curtains, or they can wear their sunglasses indoors, and then put a cold compress on their neck. And look at it like you're not hiding from summer, you're protecting their brain. And that is a smart, loving choice. When your kid is stuck indoors or can't handle the chaos of summertime fun, it's easy for them to feel like they are missing out. And parents can take that on themselves, and then you start to feel like you are failing as a parent. But quiet doesn't have to mean boring. Here are a few ways to take summer activities and make them a little more gentle. They can help your child to feel included without overwhelming their healing brain. Playing with water in the shade, maybe just putting your feet in a cool bucket and splashing them around, a sprinkler under a tree. If your child is a swimmer, maybe rather than going for a swim, setting up a kiddie pool in your backyard and say that you're just going to practice floating, or you're going to work on your lung capacity. So putting your face in the water and blowing bubbles. Finding ways to make them still feel like they are working towards achieving some goals. I want to be a better swimmer. Well, having better lung capacity, being able to practice opening your eyes underwater. These are things that are a little lower stimulation, but are still fun. Going for a slow walk first thing in the morning or just before bed can allow your child to access nature and still get some of the phytosides, some of the benefits of green space. But if even that is too much for your child, sitting in a window and cloud watching and then sketching the shapes that they see, or getting the Merlin Bird ID app so that they can start to identify some of the birds that they're hearing, so that they are still engaging with nature, but you're protecting their poor little noggin. Calm background stimulation can help to calm the nervous system without asking the brain to perform. Some of the things that can do that are audiobooks, so listening to an audiobook, and libraries are a great resource for accessing free audiobooks. They do have children's books, so check out your local library. You can also listen to nature sounds. You can get a ton of free nature sounds from Spotify. I have a subscription to Calm, and I like their app because I like their nature sounds. They do nature well. So if your child is in their calming cave, their cool, calm cave, you can have some nature sounds going so that you can help them to be distracted and to calm their nervous system. Some coloring books. Crafting with limits is another good activity. Some nature coloring sheet, or doing some sketching while listening to nature sounds. Sketch what you're hearing, draw what you think this scene would look like. The trick is to keep it simple, keep it flexible, and try to keep it kind of familiar. Structure is our friend, especially for a brain that is trying to heal. That being said, you do not need a minute-by-minute summer schedule. That's going to stress everybody out, including you. Something that worked for me last year was having a 3-block schedule. In the morning, I wanted to set myself up for success, so I wanted to be calm in the morning. I didn't want to get up and rush around and do a bunch of activities and stress out my system. So I would do a gentle wake up, no devices first thing, and then go for a low stimulation walk before the heat of the day kicked in. I drove about 15 minutes up the road for me. I have a regional forest. I found it easier to be there than in my local park. Even in the morning, you've got dogs running around, you've got families walking, and that distraction was a lot for me. So do what works best for you and your child. Midday was my quiet accomplishments. So that was the time of the day that I spent indoors, that I made sure that the curtains were drawn so that I had minimal light. I would accomplish things at that time of day if I needed to send emails. So if your child has a little bit of homework, if they've got workbooks to help them maintain their education throughout the summer, midday is a good time for that. And then you want to make sure to hydrate and rest. So your midday is kind of your work portion of the day. Are we doing crafting? Are we doing school stuff? Are we taking a nap? Because napping is important. Brains need sleep. And then evening reset. So that can be family game night if your child is up to it. It can be a calming walk at the end of the day. It can be soft play. It's a chance to reset your system after you've had your morning walk. You've had a little bit of calming activity in the morning. You've done some stuff in the middle of the day. You're winding your system down at night. Having some sort of a gentle rhythm helps kids to feel safe, and it helps you to have some anchors throughout the day too. In the morning, we will get our sunshine, our nature walk. For lunch, we will be at home. We will do things around the house. In the evening, we will have something fun to cap off the day. And here's a science tip for you. Calm routines help to regulate cortisol, and that supports recovery. When we reduce unpredictability, we reduce stress. And less stress helps increase the brain's ability to heal. Now let's talk about the caregivers too. Let's be honest, even if your child can't go outside, you probably need to. It is okay to step out onto the porch for 5 minutes of quiet with your morning coffee. Make sure that you reach out to your support system, and you can just text a friend and say, this is hard. Having somebody who knows that it's hard and says, yeah, it is frickin' hard, good job you, can help to lighten the load. If you are trying to help your child and you're making ice packs and you're making sure that they're hydrated and you're running to doctor's appointments and you're trying to do all the other things that you need to do, cut yourself some slack. Frozen pizza is fine. Dino Nuggies, fine. Don't stress yourself out more than you need to. You're not supposed to be perfect right now, or ever really. You're caring for someone whose injury is invisible and with some crazy symptoms that are hard to understand. That takes energy, that takes heart, and you are doing it. Summer might look different this year, but it can still be calm and peaceful and connected. Even when the sun hurts, you're doing everything right by slowing down, by getting the tools that can help your child's nervous system and protecting your child's healing brain. You've got this. We've got a whole playlist of parenting tips and concussion tips in general. If you're interested in learning more about why nature is so important and why it's worth it to get out, even if it's for a little time in the morning or the evening, even if they are wearing 2 pairs of sunglasses and a baseball cap, you can check out our video on Shinrin Yoku, which is the Japanese art of forest bathing. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. I hope that you remember that you are not alone in navigating recovery.